Shri Gurubhyo Namaha children. We welcome to our online teaching academy Ekkalaiva. Hi children. In the last class we saw singular plural pronouns and subject object pronouns. In this class we are going to see personal pronoun, possessive pronoun, demonstrative, reflexive and emphasizing pronoun. Children, you all know about pronouns now? Pronouns are used instead of a noun. Instead of repeating the name, we can use the pronoun he, she, it, they, yes. And it can be singular as well as plural. Singular pronouns are called as he, she, it. Plural pronouns are we, they, you. Okay. And what are the subject pronouns? Subject pronouns means it comes before the linking verb, and object pronouns comes after the linking verb. Shall we move now? Yes. Today we are going to discuss personal pronouns. I, he, she, it, they, we, you are all pronouns. Me, her, him, them, us are also pronouns. They are all called as personal pronouns. Okay? Children, you remember one thing. Always personal pronouns refer to people or things already mentioned. Okay? And they show the first person, second person, third person. First person means the speaker who's speaking. Okay? Second person means the person being spoken to whom we are speaking. That is called second person. And the third person means the person being spoken about about whom we are talking. That is called third person. Okay? And if the personal pronoun is the subject of the sentence, we say it is a subject pronoun. Okay. If it acts as a subject, then we call as a subject pronoun. And if the personal pronoun acts as an object, then we call as object pronoun. Okay. And always subject pronoun means it comes before the linking verb. Object pronouns comes after the linking verb. Okay. For example, listen, you're late. In this, are is linking verb, and before the linking verb you can see you. So you is a subject pronoun. In the second sentence, I can see you. See as a verb. No, after the verb you can see the object pronoun you. Okay. So in the first sentence you act as a subject pronoun. In the second sentence you act as an object pronoun. You understood? Pronouns can be singular or plural. Okay. And listen children, you have to remember all these things, okay? First person gender, it may be masculine gender or feminine gender. Okay, speaker can be male or female. Okay, for example, I like to paint. So I is a subject here. Then that is a subject pronoun. I is a subject pronoun. And if you see another example, mother gave me a book. In this sentence, which is the object pronoun? Me. Me is a object pronoun. Children, you have understood? I is a subject pronoun and me is a object pronoun. Here you can see I is a subject pronoun. Okay. And here you can see me as a object pronoun. And second person can be masculine gender or feminine gender. For example, you look tired. Okay. You is a subject because what is the linking verb? Look. Look before the verb, always subject pronoun will be there. Okay. And see the second example. I told you. So here you act as the object pronoun. Okay. Because it comes after the verb told. Okay. Then third person can be male, female or neuter gender. Okay. Non-living thing or animal like that. And for example, he plays football. He plays football means here the subject pronoun is he, and the second sentence she, and third sentence it. No. And object is, see here, she has not see him. She hasn't see him. Smita will help her. They bought it. All these are object pronouns. No. Yes. It, then, her, him. All these are object pronouns. Here, you, okay, me, yes. You understood? All object pronouns comes after the linking verb. Okay. and my brother is taking us. After the taking linking verb, we use object. Here, you, okay, and here, them. You understood, children? And here you can see the subject. What are the subject? I, then you, he, okay, she, it, then we, you, they. Okay, you can understand now. Before the linking verb, we use the subject pronoun. After the linking verb, we use the object pronoun. Okay, yes. And now we are going to discuss possessive pronoun. Possessive means something belongs to somebody. No, that's called possessive. Yes. Possessive pronouns show possession or that something belongs to someone. For example, this bag belongs to me. It is mine. This pencil belongs to me. It is mine. We are saying no, it is mine. So mine is called possessive pronoun. This book belongs to Lata. It is us. Us is a possessive pronoun. It is our house. It is ours. Ours is a possessive pronoun. These are your pencils. They are yours. It is their cat. It is theirs. Okay. You understood what do you mean by possessive? Possessive means something belongs to somebody, someone. Okay. It is mine. Whose pencil is that? It is mine. So mine is a possessive pronoun like that. Us, ours, yours, theirs. Okay. And one thing you remember, children, possessive pronouns never placed before nouns. Okay. It will not come before nouns. Understood? Yes. And here is a table with subject pronouns and the corresponding possessive pronouns. Okay, I changes to mine when it is a possessive. You, yours, he, his, she, us, it, its, we, us, you, yours, they, theirs. Okay, you remember children? These are subject pronouns and these are possessive pronouns. Okay, yours, mine, is, us, all these. And see here, see the example and pictures. These books are mine. So my books, mine. This is a mine is a possessive. This gift is yours. Yours is a possessive here. This pair of shoes, us. This pair of shoes is us. So us is a possessive. He is playing with his toys. His. That house is theirs. So theirs. This school is ours. Okay, this is our school, ours. So all these are possessive pronouns. And now we are going to discuss demonstrative pronouns. Okay, what do you mean by demonstrative pronoun? We use the word this, that, these, those. No, all these words are called demonstrative pronouns. Okay, we use this for singular and these for plural. This, that for singular. These, those for plural. Okay, for example, this is my pen. If an object is near to you, you will say this. No, this is my pen. Okay, if it is distance, if it is away from you, what you'll say? You'll say in a that is you'll say that is my pen, that is my pencil. No, use the word that. And when it is a plural, if all the things are near to you and many pens are there, so what you'll say? These are my pens. When it is far away from you, what you'll say? Those are my pens. You understood? So we use this and these. This for singular and these for plural. Likewise, we use that for singular and those for plural. For people and things that are far away. Okay, that is my notebook. Which notebook? Which book is away? Notebook is away from you. That is called that. And those are my notebooks. When you see all the notebooks which are away from you, you can say those are my notebooks. Okay. And we use this and that for singular, these those for plural. Okay, and which is near to you, what you'll say? This for singular, and for plural, these. Okay, okay. And for the things which is far away from you, you'll use the word that. And if it is a plural, you'll say those. This is a kite because only one kite is there. Okay, and there it is far away from you, so that is a kite. You use the word that. And these are kites. You can see many kites, so you are using the word these because it is plural. Okay, and it is near to you, so you are using these. And many kites are there, but it is far away from you, so you are using the word those. Okay. Demonstrative pronouns, we use the words this, that to point out the things. For example, pointing out, you can show your pen and you can say that this is my pen. Okay, you're pointing out something. So that is called a demonstrative pronoun. This is my pen. This is a bun. You're showing that pen and bun and saying that this is a bun. This is my pen. This is a skirt. Okay. So for that purpose, we use demonstrative pronoun. And that is my notebook. That is my tree. You're showing from the distance. That is my house. So all these are demonstrative pronouns. This is my book. You can see the picture. That is my friend. And these are my books. Those are my friends. So you understood, children? Yes. And which is near to you. This is an apple. And the apple which is far away from you. That is an apple. And these are apples because many apples are there. So you're using the word these and which is near to you. Those are apples which is far away from you. So you are using the word those because it is a plural. Okay. And listen, children, this book is new. Okay. Which is adjective here? New. No. This book is new. So new is an adjective. The book, new book. Okay. So new is adjective. And these books are new. Here in the second sentence, you are saying in the plural, these books are new. First, we are using singular this. And third sentence, that clock is old. Okay, you are showing some clock. And those flowers are lovely. When we use this, that, these, those are used before a noun, no? Then they are adjectives. You understood, children? Before a noun, if we use this, that is called an adjective. For example, book is a noun, no here. And clock is a noun, flowers is a noun. So before a noun, if we use a word this, that, these, those, all those are adjectives. But when this, that, these, those are not followed by a noun, they act as a pronoun. You can see, no, here we can see this, these, those, that. But all those are not followed by a noun. Yes, no. Whether after this you can see any noun here? No, we can't see any noun after these, those, that, this. So this is a demonstrative pronoun. You understood, children? Yes, adjective means before a noun, this, that, these, those will come. Okay. But for a pronoun, this, that, these, those, after that noun will not be there. Okay. Yes. And we are going to discuss now reflexive and emphasizing pronouns. Okay. What do you mean by reflexive pronoun? Reflexive pronoun is a pronoun which refers back to the subject in a sentence. Okay. It is used when the subject and object of the sentence are same. For example, I am proud of myself since I can cook so well. Here, what is a subject? I is a subject. No, what is a subject? I is a subject. When you are saying when you are saying refers back to the subject, myself, whom you are saying myself, you are telling about I, the subject. No, so it refers back to the subject I. So it is called as reflexive pronoun. Which is reflexive pronoun here? Myself. Okay. And it is used when the subject and object of the sentence are same. Here in this sentence, both subject and object is myself only. Okay. And we prepared ourselves for a long wait. Okay. Here in the second sentence, you can see we prepared ourselves. Which is the subject here? We. We is a subject. We means here ourselves. What is the reflexive pronoun? Ourselves. Okay. She, herself. She is a singular, so you are using herself. If it is a plural, you'll be saying selves, VES. You'll be adding VES. Okay, by removing F. Yes. And the injured animal, which is a subject here? The injured animal is a subject and itself is a reflexive pronoun. Okay. And here, last sentence, the children is a subject. Okay. And themselves is a reflexive pronoun. You understood? Yes. I'm proud of myself since I can cook so well. We prepared ourselves. Ourselves is a reflexive pronoun. She bought herself a scarf. The injured animal dragged itself. Okay, injured animal is a subject which dragged itself to the gate. Not anybody. No one helped it. Okay, only itself. Itself dragged. And the children washed themselves at the tap. No one helped to wash the tap. Wash. Only the children themselves. They themselves did like that. Okay. So you understood what is a reflexive pronoun? That reflexive pronoun is a pronoun which refers back to the subject in a sentence. And reflexive pronouns are formed by adding self for singular, selves for plural, okay, to personal pronouns like me, you, him, her, it, us, and them. It is also called as compound personal pronoun. What is the other name for reflexive? Compound personal pronoun. Okay, for singular, myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself. For plural, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. Okay, I means myself, you, yourself, he, himself, she, herself, the cat, itself. Okay, we, ourselves, you, yourselves, they, themselves. You understood, children? Yes. And we can use oneself also when one is a subject. One must train oneself to work regularly. Okay, so here is a sentence. We can see the word one, oneself. No, so we can use oneself when one act as a subject. In this sentence, one is a subject. So we are using oneself. One must train oneself to work regularly. And emphasizing or emphatic pronoun. What do you mean by emphatic pronoun? When we use reflexive pronouns for emphasis, we call them as emphasizing or emphatic pronouns. Okay, if we emphasize the reflexive pronoun, we call as emphatic pronoun. If we give some importance for reflexive pronoun, then we call that as emphatic pronoun. For example, I will clean it myself. Okay, so who will clean? I will clean myself. You're telling that myself, I myself will do it. You yourself can explain it. He himself will do the homework. She herself will wash the vessels. The city itself is clean. So all these are what we are using. We are giving some importance to the subject reflexive pronoun. So we call this as emphatic pronoun. And you can see, for example, if you have a doubt whether it is an emphasizing pronoun or a reflexive pronoun, you can check like this. For example, if you remove yourself here, okay, see here once again. Okay, um, see here, you yourself is there, no? If you remove this yourself, okay, you're removing this yourself, then you read it. How you will read? You can explain it the best. Whether it gives meaning? Yes. If you remove the emphatic pronoun, if you remove the pronoun, if it gives us meaning, sense, then it is called emphatic pronoun. You understood, children? If you remove the pronoun, it should give meaning. It should have a complete sense. Then it is a emphatic pronoun. If it does not give meaning, then it is a reflexive pronoun. You understood? Children, once again I'll tell you, if you have a doubt whether it is a reflexive pronoun or emphasizing pronoun, you can check like this. If you remove that pronoun, okay, it should give a sense, it should give meaning. If it is not giving meaning, it is reflexive. If it gives meaning, then it is emphatic. For example, in this sentence, if you remove the pronoun yourself, it gives meaning. See here, you can explain it the best. It gives meaning or not? Yes, it gives meaning. So it is called emphatic pronoun. Okay. If it does not give the meaning, then it is a reflexive pronoun. Okay. Yes. He himself said so. She did that herself. The city itself is not very large. Here, everything is coming after a subject. No. Here, no, that is near to the subject. We are getting itself, himself, herself. So all these emphatic pronouns will be like that. Okay. I myself, you yourself, he himself, she herself, the city itself. All these are emphatic pronoun. Okay. Yes. See here, you remember children, if you have a doubt whether it is a emphatic pronoun or reflexive, you should remove the pronoun from the sentence. If it still makes sense, then the pronoun is emphatic. If it does not, it is reflexive. Okay children, you understood no? Thank you children. See you next class.